Before moving on, let's look at a systematic approach of reviewing the 12-lead EKG. We will always look at the inferior portions first, then we will look at lateral, septal, and anterior. These are examples by highlighting each of the portions. As you can see, the inferior leads are evaluated by 2, 3, and AVF, which I've highlighted here. Remember, 2, 3, and AVF indicate the inferior portion of the heart. You can also see the right coronary artery feeds these portions of the myocardium. When evaluating the 12-lead EKG, look at each lead. These are contiguous leads. In other words, they look at the same position. If 2 of these 3 leads show ischemic or injury or infarcted areas, this is significant and you should be suspecting that there's an injury here. Let's move to the next leads. The next step is to evaluate the lateral leads. Lateral leads are demonstrated by leads 1, AVL, and V5 through V6. I've highlighted these here on the diagram. Lead 1, AVL, V5, and V6. These lateral portions evaluate the side or lateral portions of the myocardium. These are fed by the left coronary artery and the left anterior descending artery. Again, 2 of any of these 4 contiguous leads that show ST segment depression, elevation, T-wave inversion would signify some damage, either injury, ischemia, or infarction. Next, we'll look at the septal leads. The septum is evaluated by leads V1 and V2, highlighted here. So in V1 and V2, if you see ischemic, injury, or infarction changes, this is where we'll look. This is the third evaluative section that we'll look at when looking at every EKG. Septal leads V1, V2. Next are the anterior leads, demonstrated by V3 and V4. Anterior leads, we'll look at the anterior portion of the myocardium. Traditionally, we look at V3 and V4. However, if there's a very large area similar to this ischemic event with a thrombus, this may cross over into V2. It is not uncommon to see V2, V3, and V4 affected with a very large anterior MI. Using your standard protocol, however, we will traditionally look at V3 and V4 and consider them as the anterior leads.